Well, we're going to do a really nice practice today to kind of grow and release physically, mentally and spiritually. So it's the Pituitary Gland series, which really opens up our hips. As I always tell you when we're doing Sufi grinds, our hips store a lot of our emotional stress and tension, as well as obviously that physical stress and tension if we're sat a lot of the time. So it's really great hip opening kriya that just releases and really lets things go. We really look at activating that pituitary gland, known as the master gland, to just really draw that energy up into the top half of the body, so the glandular system in the top half of the body, the thyroid, the parathyroid, really activating this whole system within us. So it's a nice practice. It's not a kind of fast-paced one. We can kind of go with it. Obviously, if you're pregnant or on the first 3 days of your cycle, when we come into breath of fire, you can just take long deep breathing. If breath of fire doesn't work for you in any postures, then it's always just that nice long deep breath. So just listening to your body and what you need from your practice today. For those of you that are staying for meditation, we are going to finish with the complete Adi mantra for individual meditation, which is a really, really nice practice. It really brings you back to the self, but the true self, really gets rid of the ego, gets that out the way and brings you back to center. So it's a really, really nice meditation after our practice today. For those of you that will need to leave at 8:30, I'll obviously let you know, and you can hop off and just make sure you seal your practice. So if you're ready, we'll begin. Just come to a comfortable seated position, sitting up with a nice straight spine, just gently tucking the chin just to allow for that spine to be straight all the way up to the crown of the head. We're going to bring the palms together into the heart center. We're just going to take a couple of deep breaths before we tune in. Just nice deep inhale. Really expanding the belly and the chest as you inhale. And then slow releasing exhale. Gently contracting that belly back towards the spine. Really pushing any stale air out. Again, nice deep inhale. And when you're ready, gentle exhale. Just feel the body relaxing, feel the shoulders drop and soften. One last time, nice deep inhale. And exhale. And we're going to tune in with the Adi mantra, Om Namo Gurudev Namo, connecting us to that divine wisdom within, the divine wisdom of the universe that surrounds us. Repeating the mantra 3 times, we're inhaling to begin. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Taking a deep inhale. Just suspending the breath and feeling that nice deep connection. Exhale, releasing the hands down, just to gently rest on the knees, palms facing up and keeping the eyes soft or closed if you're able to do so. And we're just going to bring to mind an intention, a personal intention for your practice today. something you'd like to welcome in to your life, something you'd like to receive more of, or something you're ready to release, ready to let go of. Just spending a few moments with this thought, with this intention. And when you're ready, we're turning the hands over to rest on the knees, and we're going to begin to gently wake up the body with Sufi grind. So moving from the pelvis, we're inhaling, bringing that body forward, lifting the chest, opening the heart center. Exhale, rounding out the back. Softening or closing the eyes if you're comfortable to do so. And just really going within, really feeling that relaxation, that release from the lower spine and the gentle opening of the hips. Really nice, powerful, deep breath. Inhaling forward. Exhaling, rounding out that back. Getting lost in the movement, lost in the breath. Gently slowing the circle, we're going to begin moving the body in the opposite direction. Still inhaling forward, exhale, rounding out that back. Keeping the eyes closed if you're able to, and just really going within, really enjoying this movement. Slowing your circles, we're going to come back to center, sitting up really nice and tall, tucking that chin for a nice straight spine. Just allowing the breath to come back to its natural rhythm, and really bringing your attention and awareness to the hip area of the body. Really feel that space that you've begun to create, that release. That physical release, the release of any stress. Just feel them starting to soften and open. We're going to bring the hands down onto the shin or top of the foot and continue to wake up the spine with spinal flex. So we're inhaling, lifting the chest and the heart center. Exhale, rounding out the back. Keeping that chin nice and parallel with the ground. We're not flip-flopping the head. So staying nice and upright in the spine. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. Now if the spine feels ready to, and if you'd like to, you can speed this movement up, or you can stay nice and slow and nourishing, whatever feels right for you. Just taking the breath with the posture. So if you're speeding up, just speeding up the breath. Nice, powerful breath. Deep inhales, powerful exhale. And inhaling back to center, nice straight spine. Exhale, just releasing the hands. Just allowing a moment for the breath to come back to its natural rhythm. Just really feel that opening now, moving up into the spine. And we're just going to take one more warm-up exercise before getting into the practice today. We're going to take basic shoulder shrugs, so both shoulders moving at the same time. We're going to be inhaling, shoulders up towards the ears. Exhale, releasing the shoulders down. So inhaling up, exhaling down, and really using that exhale to release the physical stress in the shoulders, to really let go. Nice powerful breath, inhaling up, exhaling down. Again, you can speed this up if you'd like to, just make sure the breath goes with it, so at your own pace. We're really lengthening that neck. Beautiful. Really feel that stress melting away, leaving the body. And inhaling both shoulders up, really squeezing, suspending the breath, squeezing the shoulders, drawing up any last remaining tension. Then powerful breath, releasing, relaxing the shoulders down. Well done. Just give the arms a shake if you like, the shoulders a roll, the neck from side to side, anything that feels right for you. Just loosening that body, really feeling that space you're starting to create. Perfect. And we're going to come into our Kriya. So we're going to come up into a kind of lunge stretch. So we're going to be bringing the right foot, so it's flat on the ground, and the right knee is going to come up. The left leg is going to come out behind us. So we're in a kind of lunge position. So hopefully you can see there. The hands are going to come down onto the ground just for support. Now, I'm just going to tilt you down so you can see that my back foot. If you're able to, we're going to come up onto the back foot. So we're not up on the toes. We're on the top of the foot if you're able to. If this becomes too much, you can just drop that knee down to the floor, but just try and keep that leg as straight as you can with the knee down. So the ideal position is going to be the right foot flat, right knee bent, hands alongside for support, and we're coming up here. I'm just showing you that because now I'm going to show you the head position. So with our feet in this position, we're going to be raising the head, so we're lifting the chin. We're trying to really open up as if we're kind of almost not fully tilting the head back, but just lifting up here. We're just wanting to open up in that kind of chest area, so you'll feel a nice gentle stretch there as well. So if you're ready, we're going to come into position. If you're coming up onto the top of the foot, just coming up now, lifting that chin, that head, and we're just long, deep breathing here to begin with. So just really nice, long, deep breaths, holding the position. Keeping that left leg straight back if you can. Keeping that head lifted, perfect. Nice, long, deep breaths. Just getting lost in the breath. Keeping the shoulders relaxed. Try not to bring them tensed up around the ears. Doing really well. We're really stretching out the hips. Might feel some emotional stress or annoyance come up. This is where we're going to use the breath to push through that. So we're going to stay in this posture, and if none of the cautions apply to you today, we're going to take breath of fire here. So the rapid pumping of the navel breath. If any of the cautions apply, or if this is too much, you're just staying with long, deep breathing. So just tuning in, seeing what's right for you. But the breath of fire will really help you to move through any emotions, anything that's being released, any blocks releasing out from the hips. Powerful breath. Doing really well. Stay with it. You're all looking really, really good. Stay with that powerful breath. Just a minute left here. Keep going if you can. Keep the shoulders dropped, that head lifted. If you're taking breath of fire, you're going to start to feel that heat in the body. Stay with it if you can, just 30 more seconds, doing really, really well. And deep inhale. Exhale, relaxing down. And we're actually going to tuck this right leg underneath us, keeping that left leg straight out behind. Come down to sitting on the right leg, bringing the forehead down to the ground. So I'll just tilt that so you can see. So we're sitting on that right knee, just bringing the forehead down to the ground. The arms are coming back alongside the body. It might be slightly harder to balance, but hopefully you'll find that balance there. Just long, deep breathing. This is a lovely recovery stretch. Really breathe slowly and deeply here. Just let the body completely release and relax. Stay with the breath. We're just resting here for another minute. Breathe slowly and deeply, relaxing the body. Feeling that connection with the third eye, the Ajna chakra, the pituitary gland, with the earth beneath you, with the forehead on the ground. course, as always in life, it's about balance. So we're gonna have to change over to the other side to really balance up. So just very gently, very slowly coming back up onto a kneeling position, into hands and knees. And we're going to change over legs. So the left foot is now going to come flat on the ground, the left knee bent. The right leg is going to come out behind you, hands just for that stabilization. We're going to come up onto the top of the left foot. So we're not up on the toes, we're just on the top of that foot there. Lifting the head and the chin, opening the chest, just long deep breathing to begin with here. Just getting comfortable in the position, nice long deep breathing. Really balancing out the body here. You might notice if this side is easier or harder than the other side, or they might feel equally as challenging, but stay with it. Nice long deep breath. Might be feeling that emotional stress, that emotional tension coming through here. So we're going to move into breath of fire to just help that on its way, to help any blocks release, physical or emotional. That powerful breath now. Feel that heat rising in the body. Feel any blocks, physical, emotional, working through and leaving the body. The breath assisting, taking them, the out breath, taking it with it. Lifting that head, keeping the chest up. Perfect. You've got it. Staying with it, just one more minute. Last 30 seconds here. You're all doing really, really well. Stay with it. Powerful breath. You've got this. Deep inhale, exhale, bringing that knee down to the ground, that left knee coming all the way down, right leg staying out behind, sitting on that left knee, bringing the forehead down to the ground, the arms coming back alongside. Just completely resting here, long, deep, slow breaths. Really feeling those hips soften, release. Feel that that connection with the third eye, the sixth chakra, with the earth beneath you. Slow, deep breath. Very slowly start to rise back up, moving nice and slowly so as not to become dizzy. Coming back onto all fours, and we're actually going to come all the way straight up to standing. So we're going to be taking a forward bend, but a wide leg one. So we're bringing the legs quite wide, about 2 feet apart. And we're going to inhale, the arms coming up. Exhale, we're going to fold forward. So we're folding from the hips, trying to keep that upper body straight, all the way down towards the ground. If you can reach your hands on the ground, that's great. If you can't quite reach the ground, you can pop a cushion or a block or a blanket underneath your hands, because we're just gonna rest here. The aim is just to release the back, the head, the neck. So if you need to pop something underneath, you do, or you can always, of course, bend the knees to just access the fold a bit deeper. So the idea is to just really have the fingertips or palms on the floor. And then we're just long, deep breathing here, relaxing the head and the neck. Letting all of that fresh, oxygenated blood flow into the pituitary gland, the whole upper glandular system. Just breathing here, long and deep. and gently, vertebrae by vertebrae, we're going to roll back up to standing. So keeping that head dropped, the head's the very last thing to come up. Just rolling that spine, really opening the spine, moving slowly all the way back up to a standing position. Perfect. And we're keeping the legs more or less where they are, nice and wide apart. And we're going to come into a standing ego eradicator. So the fingertips are going to come down onto the pads, the top pads of the hands. The thumbs are coming up. We're bringing the arms up straight to about a 60-degree angle. And normally when we come into ego eradicator, we take breath of fire, but in this standing one, we're at a 60-degree angle with long, deep breathing. So just softening or closing the eyes if you're comfortable to do so. Just going within and really nice, long, deep breaths. See if you can extend that breath, the length of the breath. Each time. We're here for a couple of minutes, so just connecting to the breath, getting lost. Really feel the clearing of that arc line from thumb to thumb up over the head. Giving us that lovely shining halo. Nice long deep breaths. Keeping those shoulders down and relaxed, just 30 more seconds, stay with it. Clearing through that arc line. Just allowing any blocks or negativity stored here to release. We're brightening our halo. Taking a nice deep breath. We're going to raise the arms to bring the thumbs together overhead. So the thumbs are touching. I'm just going to come down so you can see. Thumbs are touching, fingertips are pointing out, really stretching up, stretching the fingers, stretching the spine. And exhale, gently sweeping the arms down, feeling the energy as you clear through the aura. Just taking a moment to allow the breath to settle, to really feel that energy surrounding you. Feel that tingling in the hands or down the arms. Really tune in, connect to that energy. when you're ready, we're gonna gently make our way back down to all fours, so hands and knees. On the ground. Perfect. And we're actually gonna be tucking the toes here and coming up into triangle pose or downward facing dog. We are not here as long as we were last week, don't panic, but we are here for a couple of minutes, so just staying with it. I know you all can after last week, so making sure that the wrists are underneath the shoulders and that your hands are firmly planted in the ground. The shoulders are nicely relaxed, nicely back and down. We're going to tuck the toes under. We're going to inhale here, and on an exhale we're going to push the bottom up towards the ceiling, trying to come back on our heels, coming back to a nice flat foot or as close as you can get to that. If your heels are off the ground, you can walk the feet just for the first few moments here, just to try and ease that out. And then coming to a nice still position, keeping those shoulders relaxed and down, the head nice and relaxed. Just long, deep breathing here. Perfect. You all look wonderful in your triangle pose. Trying to reach those heels to the floor. Keeping the head and the neck relaxed. Long, deep breathing. Always my favorite thing to tell you to relax in this posture. This posture is relaxing lots of the major muscle groups of the body. Although it doesn't feel like it, perhaps at the moment, you really are bringing that deep relaxation. So stay with it. Focus on that nice long deep breath. We're just here for one more minute. Doing really, really well. Got less than 30 seconds left. Really great work. And taking a deep inhale. Exhale, coming down onto the knees, and we're actually going to come all the way down to lying on the stomach. So coming all the way down to a nice lying position. Just bringing the forehead to the ground. The arms back alongside the body to rest. Just allow the body to completely relax here. Really well done. You were in that triangle pose for 3 minutes. So not quite as long as last week, but still a challenging amount of time. So just allow the body to rest and recover here, just for a few more moments. we're going to bring our palms flat on the floor, and we're going to come up either into Cobra Pose or Sphinx, depending on how the back is feeling today. Now, if you've got any pain or discomfort in the lower back, then start in Sphinx and see how you feel. If it eases and you'd like to then come up into Cobra, you can. If you're feeling great and you want to get straight in, we'll start with Cobra Pose and then I'll show you the variation for Sphinx. So we're going to bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Ideally, we'd have the feet together, so the toes and the heels are together. This will put extra pressure on the lower spine, so if you've got some discomfort there, you can just bring the legs slightly wider apart. We're going to take a deep inhale. And on an exhale, we're going to push up, lifting the chest and the head, tilting the head back and keeping the eyes closed here. It's really important that the eyes are closed. We're just going to take long, deep breathing, keeping the pelvis on the ground. If you're going to take Sphinx pose today, we're bringing the forearms down onto the ground. The hands are just about level with the head. And we're going to inhale, coming up. So again, you're really lifting the chest, lifting the head, but not coming up quite as high. So you'll feel that a bit more in the mid-spine rather than the lower back. So just listening to your body and either coming up into Cobra or up into Sphinx, just long, deep breathing. Keeping the shoulders down and relaxed. Try not to hunch them up round the ears. Really beautiful positions, well done. And we're going to stay in our positions, whether it's Cobra or Sphinx. And we're just going to turn the head here. So we're going to inhale to the left. Exhale, head turning to the right. Inhaling left. Exhaling right. So whether you're in Cobra or Sphinx, the same motion. Perfect. We're really activating that upper glandular system. Really getting that flow to the top half of the body, so stay with it. Doing really, really well. Really well, just 30 more seconds. Head back to center. We're going to take a deep inhale. Exhale. And we're going to pull the root lock, so the Mula Bandha. So we're pulling up on all of the lower muscles of the body. So the anus, the sex organs, the lower abdominal muscles. We're really pulling up and releasing the hold. Again, deep inhale. Exhale, pulling the root lock, holding here. Really feel that energy traveling all the way up from the base of the spine to the crown of the head. Releasing the lock one last time. Deep inhale. And exhale. Pulling that root lock. Holding. Releasing the lock and gently exhaling the body back down. You can stay here just lying on the front for a moment or push back into child's pose. Just relaxing off the back for a moment just before coming into our final two postures. We're going to come up to sitting on the knees, so we're in rock pose, but they're going to be nice and wide apart. So the knees are wide apart and we're going to bring the forehead down to the ground. The hands are just coming alongside the knees. Starting from here, we're going to inhale, we're coming up on the knees and we're lifting the arms up. So this is a hard one because you're not going to be able to see the top and the lower half of my body. So we're lifting up on the knees, arms are coming up. Exhale, we're coming back down into rock pose, bringing that forehead back down to the ground. So we're inhaling up, exhaling down. Almost as if you're rising up to the sun, like a flower greeting the sun. Inhaling up, exhaling down. So we're not bending backwards here, just try and stay in an upright position when we come up, so nice and straight. Perfect, beautiful. Resist that temptation to bend backwards. Really imagine yourself as that beautiful flower, opening up, greeting the sun. Just bring a nice smile to the face. Just here for a few more seconds, stay with it. And the next time you come down to the ground, just staying here, sitting on the heels, but we're going to bring the knees together this time. So the knees are just coming in together. Sitting on the heels, knees together. And we're going to interlace the hands behind the back. And we're going to come into Yoga Mudra. So So we're inhaling, exhaling, we're bringing that forehead down towards the ground, and then we're bringing the arms straight up as high as we can, as high up as possible. And we're just staying here in this position with long, deep breathing. Again, this is our last posture. So just staying here, long, deep breaths. Keeping the arms as straight as you can. Holding the position. Doing really, really well. Just one more minute here. Keep those arms lifted. Keep that forehead to the ground. Arms as straight as possible. Long, deep breathing. Gently releasing the arms down and slowly making your way back up, moving nice and slowly so as not to become dizzy. Just pause for a moment here, allow the breath to its natural rhythm. Really feel that energy now circulating in the top half of the body, the upper chakra triangle. Feel that deep sense of connection. And when you're ready, grabbing any socks or jumpers or blankets and making your way down to lying on the back for relaxation. Just making sure you're as comfortable as you can possibly be. Dimming any lights if you need to. Allowing the body to settle and feel heavy. Bringing the arms alongside the body. Palms facing up to receive. Feeling that activation of the pituitary gland, of the master gland, and use this relaxation as a time to grow physically, spiritually, intellectually. Allow new vision, allow intuitive wisdom as you deeply relax here. Staying in this deep relaxation, this beautiful connected space, feeling the benefits of the practice, feeling that growth within, deeply relaxing. gently begin to wake up the body with a nice deep inhale all the way down into the belly, and a soft exhale. Gently wiggling the fingers and the toes, bringing small movements back first. We're going to begin rotating the wrists and the ankles in one direction. And when you're ready, back the opposite way. Slowing the circles and reaching your arms up overhead onto the ground behind you, pointing the toes in the opposite direction, taking a really nice deep inhale here, and really feeling that stretch from the tips of the toes all the way up to the top of the fingers. Exhale, releasing the arms back down alongside the body. Gently tucking the knees up in towards the chest. Rocking from side to side to massage out the lower spine. And if you'd like to take a gentle twist, just bringing the arms down onto the ground. Dropping the knees over to one side and turning the head in the opposite direction. Just taking a breath here. When you're ready, coming back to center. Dropping the knees over to the other side, turning the head in the opposite direction. Just taking a moment, taking a breath. When you're ready, coming back to center. And we're going to rub the palms of the hands and the soles of the feet together, stimulating the 72,000 nerve endings in the hands and the feet, activating the nervous system of the body, and relaxing down. We're going to gently make our way up to a seated position, just taking a moment to come back into the body, to come back to the breath, to come back into the present, into the room that surrounds you. Gently opening the eyes and bringing the palms together in at the heart center. And we're going to seal our practice with 3 long sat nams. Inhaling to begin. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Gently bowing the head to equalize the energy between the head and the heart. To help us stay balanced in life between our mind and our soul. Sat Nam. Really lovely practice today, everyone. Well done.